video. We are on Orkney and we're going to go and try and catch some big pollock. Now, I shouldn't actually be here. If you haven't seen the previous videos, I came here for a 4-day trip. Unfortunately, I lost my car keys. It took 4 days for my spare set to arrive. In the meantime, I've been living in a tent that my friend kindly lent me before he left, and basically had no change of clothes, absolutely nothing, no food or anything to cook with, just yeah, my fishing tackle, which was good, and that's been it. So my friend Lewis kindly lent me a tent, a sleeping bag and a mat and a laptop so I could work. Then when my keys arrived, I tried to get off the island, but all the ferries were booked, so the only ferry I could get was for the next 7 days is actually 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. So that means I've been here now for 10 days rather than the 4 that I had booked. So it's been quite an eventful trip. Today is Saturday and it's my last day here. So we're going to go and try and catch some big pollock, as I've said. Tides are massive, but that's alright. But the good thing is that the wind is pretty much non-existent by Orkney standards. While the rest of the country's basking or in drought status, Orkney is currently 13 degrees, drizzling, and but it's not windy. And it's the wind that's a problem here. So yeah, we've got a half-hour drive, about an hour walk, then a cliff, and then I'm going to go back to the mark where I caught the big pollock last time. So we'll catch up then. So I've just got down to the mark. I knew I was going to be a little bit early or time it just right, but I've got to get across here yet. It looks alright, but every now and again there's a big roller coming through, so I'm going to give it 10 minutes and then get over. I'm a little bit nervous because there seems to be a lot more lobster pot boys here than on the previous 2 trips that we've had here, which is a bad thing because it was hard enough the second trip round. You know, we had like a gap of about 10 feet to cast in between, but at least with the wind I'll be able to get some precision casting, or the lack of wind I'll be able to get some precision casting, but hopefully between the pots. But who knows, if you hook into one of these trains of a pollock, then I've got no control of where it goes, and I'd hate to lose one on a rope. It's bad enough losing one on the shore at your feet. To lose one on a rope that you could have avoided is yeah, not worth thinking about really. So a couple of minutes here and then hop across the gap onto this rock, and then fingers crossed hopefully get into some fish. Well, I waited a little while, I had a brand new leader on, sorted my stuff out and I've managed to get across, and yeah, it's a total mishmash of pots. Trying to figure out where they all go. And unfortunately, last time I was here, I had a marker on another island of where I could or where I should cast to, in the direction. But I can't see that island because of the rain and the mist. But there seems to be 2 extra sets of pots. One coming right across in front here. That orange and green, I think, over there is one set. Then that boy there, and possibly that boy there, or another set going across there. So these look like the overlap. And then there's another one that goes from there to there. But even if I'm wrong about these 2, and this middle boy goes out to that one and that one goes over there, then it's still a mishmash of pots. I've only got 3 metals left, So I don't really want to lose them all trying to find out where they are. So I think kind of just cry about it. I'm gonna have to fish, and I think I'm going to start off with a soft plastic, something I can lose. I don't know if I have to fish at distance. I've not been on here with the tide being so high, so. Any fish down there, boy? So yeah, let's get fishing. One more click. Let's have a cast this way. Really keen to fish this as early as I can because there's very little current at the minute, and it's one of the biggest tides of the month, sorry. So what do I do? Just stick it out here and hope that there's a gap in the buoys at some point and the ropes. We'll try and find a new mark. It's my last day. I was really hoping that. Obviously I know there's some big fish around here, so there's probably big fish other places, but I don't really have time to go hunting. Typically as well, I've been looking forward to these easterlies, southerlies and easterlies, because then it gives us a bit of extra distance on my cast. I can fish that way, but then I'm into the wind that I was hoping to avoid. Oh, I found one. Oh, come on. Oh, that feels rough. Oh, I went through my leader, found a fish, really close in as well. I was just about to change, but the adrenaline's going now. Oh, leader is chafed up to bits. Yeah, it wasn't very far out, just over that way, and it just swam straight for us. It's gone right down beneath the ledge there. I mean, I put a long leader on for this, but yeah, snapped it off. Not very far out and in a different spot. I've not caught one at that point before. Yeah. I've never been so excited for losing a fish. Been fishing so heavy recently that mainly because of the wind, and now there's not much current. It's quite nice fishing this light. There we go. not into that crowd. Oh, there we go. First cast with a seeker. About 8 pounds. Oh, it's a bruiser. What a chunk. Really sharp teeth. Look how deep that is. Here like a rocket. Ooh. Place is just insane. Running towards it. It's going straight towards the ledge, I think. Oh. It's out. Woo. Well, that. That is another double figure pollock. I'd say that's 10 pounds plus. That was the second cast after the last fish as well. This is a problem when the current starts. Just thinking, started moving from right to left a lot more, the lure's drifting, and it's just going straight into the snag somewhere. So there we go, 5-inch slider shad on a 4-0 Gamakatsu worm hook and a 30-gram chep. Let's get it out. Feels massive for pollock standards, small for bass obviously, but ain't no bass here. Stop talking, Nathan, get casting. Either the current's moving towards us or that's on the bottom already. What are the orcas? Like massive dolphins. I don't know. Maybe not. Have you not seen what's out there? I suppose that's why you're here. You're gonna be fish food. Wow. See if there's any fish around. Right, okay. So I can now see the rope from this orange buoy here, which is there. So that must be to that one, unless that's just a single pot. Do you know what? Stuff it. Let's get my last 40 gram Zen on and blast it right out towards where I know the, the big fish are. Because the current's going to be coming soon. I can see that on the horizon there. Just got to take a chance. Right then, let's hit this to the horizon and see what happens. That was an underwhelming distance. Current's actually started moving from right to left now. And the gannets have turned up. And it looks like the coalies might have as well. Even the little fish can snag you up here, so I'm not hanging around with it. Oh, just like that. No, you're not taking my only 40 grams in that quickly. Oh, yes, it's out. Little coolie. Thought it was a gunner then. That big orange boy's moving right across now. If I had my drone, apart from it getting soaking wet, I would be able to see where the ropes were in the water. Coley at distance there. Thought I'd have a cast into the current and let the current take my lure. Go for miles. Try it again, see if there's something bigger. Oh, it's in the structure. Oh, it's not that big, I don't think, unless it's coming towards us. Oh, it's in the structure now. Oh, there was some good head shakes on that. I'm going to give this a couple of minutes. Hopefully it'll wean its way out. If not, then I'm just gonna, I'm gonna have to pull it out and risk losing this lure. Must have been well deep because it snapped at the braid or higher up than my leader. Damn. We've tied my new leader on and I found a really bent out of shape 28 grams enemy box. So the wind's picking up now a little bit. Oh. Saw the white head coming up. Oh. For some reason I thought it was a bass. Oh, the tide must be starting to be coming in now because whenever it does, the tide, the current picks up. Sorry, no, the swells pick up. Just a wee one. Spots in it. Well, that's that. We're a cracking little session. It is 5 o'clock now, and after I lost that last good fish, just fished it out really as much as I could. Caught a load of small fish, some coolies, a couple of pollock up to a pound, but then it seems that the ebb is probably the best time to fish, although I did catch my biggest fish right on the bottom of the ebb. Or in fact, it was probably slack water and all. And I think what happens is probably in that particular spot, I think they go offshore because it almost emptied out. It was about 3 meters in depth. Yeah, great little session. Nice way to end my extended trip here. 10 days. Only brought enough tackle and stuff for 4. I can't wait to have a shave as well. But yeah, what a trip. It's been sensational, really. I can't really think of another word. Awesome. Some monster fish, loads of good sized pollock. Like anywhere else, when you'd be, you know, you'd be well happy with, you know, multiple 8-pounders in a day. Sounds crazy saying that, but I think on our last day together, Lewis and I probably had, I don't know, 50 pounds of fish easily between each, not between us, and that again was just on the flood. Sorry, on the ebb. So yeah, it's a hard place. I mean, the landscape, it's full of bogs, hills. I've just crossed 6 barbed wire fences just to get back to my car. Lots of cliffs, obviously, strong current, wind, rain, bulls, like that one over there. Nearly every field's got a bull in it, and swells. So it's yeah, tough going. I had to beef up my tackle slightly compared to normal. Basically all I've done, I say beef it up, all I've done is I took my 12-pound braid off and put some 20-pound braid on, which you could probably go stronger, but I like to fish light as I can, and my tackle in the past has been honed for the areas that I fish, and for me 12 pounds seems to be fine for pretty much everything that I do. Here though, we got annihilated a couple of times, so on previous trips, so it was definitely time to up the tackle, and you really need to just get on top of the fish as soon as you can. And even then they'll run towards you, which I've not really experienced that much. I know sometimes pollock go down under the ledge under your feet when you're when they come to shore or close to shore, but these things, they were running straight for the shore, and you winding and winding and winding as quickly as I could just to keep on top of them and try and get them up at the same time. But it's great fun. Just hard going, especially when you're here for longer than you should be and have no accommodation, because it was all full. Really hope you enjoyed the videos. I'm gonna go back and break my tent down, go and get a load of food because I'm starving, maybe have a beer or two after I get to the next town, where I'm going to catch a ferry at 6 AM. Check-in's at 5 tomorrow. Yeah, just kind of hopefully relax a little bit. Thank you very much for watching, and please leave a comment. I'll get back to you. I normally reply to every single comment if I can, and yeah, until the next one, tight lines.